Got another little side job here. Little Dodge Rammer. Somebody rammed it. Fender and door. Got this damage here, and then we got a dent back here too that you can't see because it's white. Sucks in over the crash bar. So we'll have to pull all that out. And always right on the lines with these guys, right? Right on the lines again. I think we'll probably have to pull that fender off to fix it. It's got the mount sucked in here, and it's never good. Have to pull that out, straighten the mount. It's double paneled, so I might have to pull that first. But yeah, we'll do that Monday. And then tomorrow we're going to pull the motor out of this bus. Got this bus here that this guy just purchased, and it's got a bum motor on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this pulled out tomorrow. We'll break it down and see what's going on with it. I know it needs spark plug wires, some intake boots, some distributor work. I gotta get rid of all the rubber fuel line and just stuff like that. Make sure it's not going to be a fire hazard, and clean everything up for them. Probably just do a valve job and maybe a set of piston cylinders. I don't know yet, but we'll pull the PCs off, and we'll pull a rod out and check a rod bearing. Usually check number 3. That's the hottest one, gets the most abuse, and we'll see what it looks like. I'll probably end up splitting the case. Doesn't take a lot of labor at that point, and at least reseal the block, and probably put bearings and such in it, you know. So that's that. That's coming up tomorrow. We'll get that yanked out of there. I think the guy's going to come over and pull that out, saving on the labor a little bit. And got some Volkswagen heads here we got to go through and see if we got any good ones in here, and rebuild a few. I don't have any on the shelf anymore. I don't have no backup heads, no motors ready, nothing. So got a few calls for some long blocks and some beams, lowered beams. So we're going to be doing some of that stuff. Got to lower a beam, put some adjusters in it, and get that on the shelf, and then rebuild these heads. So we have some heads for sale. Summer's coming, and they usually don't like the heat too much. So yeah, working on the Bug. Well, Hans is putting a sub in it, amp and a subwoofer. Trying to get the stereo straightened up, and then we'll do the upholstery around the stereo. So made some boxes for the speakers, but we're not liking the way those are working, so we're gonna build a deck back there and a box for the subwoofer to get hidden in, and we'll mount the 2 6x9s in the front of the panel and clean that up. So yeah, he's got all the stereo wires out, RC cables, all that stuff, and I think he's done putting the amp and stuff in, and yeah, he's putting a camera in right now, backup camera, because I can't turn my head too good, so I'm gonna go with a backup camera jobber. Yeah, we're trying to clean the inside of this up a little bit. It's a little haggard. It's never really been a priority, you know, to have the interior nice. Usually there's nothing in one of my cars, just bare floors, no carpet, no door panel kind of thing, you know. But try to make this one a little bit nicer, a little more fun to drive, I guess, you know. So, but yeah, so the stereo sounded pretty decent. I can't play it, you know, because of the YouTube infringement thing, probably. But I think if I keep it under 30 seconds or something like that, I'm good. You know how it works? 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Find a good song here. Yeah, there's a good one on here. Sounds pretty good. I don't want to play too much of that, I'll get in trouble. Anyway, that's what Hans is working on. Working on the radio. Andrea's at Universal Studios, or where's Mom? Nickelodeon Hotel with the Girl Scouts. So, what do you eat? So you're not gonna want to go out to dinner again tonight, because you know you're. Oh my God, this kid won't go out to eat and save your life. You can't get him to go get dinner ever. So anyway, sort of gray today. Cold out. Running the dogs around. Grass is getting green. It's growing. Smokers? Yeah, I seen him. He's been hanging out somewhere. What's up, Smokers? Meow, 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 meow. You're all wet, boy. You're all wet. Smokers, smokers on the prowl. Meow. So anyway, still no news on the compressor. Probably just going to be a scrap metal type thing. And yeah, the reason I was thinking about using an auxiliary tank is where the moisture comes from with these compressors is when this pump pumps the air gets hot from being squeezed, and then it enters into this cold tank and it makes condensation. So if you have a tank somewhere besides underneath the compressor motor, under the compressor there, concentrate most of your water in this tank, and the storage tank will stay primarily dry, because it's not getting that hot air crammed into it, you know. It doesn't have the expansion thing going on, being hot into a cold tank. So that's why I might use it for some auxiliary. Put that over by the paint room, and put on my filters after this, you know, and put the centrifugal filter on the main compressor, but use this air for, you know, dry air. That way by the time it gets to this tank, the air will be cooled down and won't be making condensation when it enters into the tank. So that's the theory behind two tanks. So that's why I tell guys with the little compressors to do that, because you know, the smaller the area that you're cramming that hot air into, the more water it makes usually. So alright guys, let me turn this off. Hey, quit messing with the damn cat. Come on, let's go for a walk. Trouble. Double trouble. I always want to go for car rides. I want to go to the Big M. Here's Holly's plant. I'm supposed to be taking care of that. I'm supposed to water it for her, and rain today, so I'm good there. So, taking care of her plant for her while she's gone. Don't know exactly what she's planted. I got a pumpkin growing in my front flower bed there. Swapped my tank out. Got a used tank. I'll take this one to the scrapyard. My bladder tank was bad. So I got a little bit smaller one. Picked it up used from a plumber that I know. He came out and put that up on there for me. And now it's got proper pressure. Looks like he put a gauge on there for me. And the pump doesn't run every time you crack the water open now. So it works like it's supposed to. I guess this wouldn't let it build any pressure, so the pump would just come on and on and on and go every time you turn the faucet on. So we got this prize too, and we're gonna be doing this next week. I'm gonna get this around there, and I got to do something with these quarter panels. There's not much there. I'm looking for some quarters, but I really don't want to put quarters on this car. Sounds like there's metal up here somewhere, so we might have to cut all that out and make these, which I'm not looking forward to, because you know, couldn't just be a regular wheel opening. It's got to be this kind. So that's where we're at. Apparently the guy's buried in this thing. Of course, you know, hey, please leave the cats alone, please. So I gotta try to get the hood open on it and get this thing spread apart. And there's some bad serious Bondo sin on this thing for sure. So basically what I'll be doing with this is just the best I can. And putting some synthetic enamel or some sort of single stage on here. And making her shiny. Go on now, leave the cat alone. Why you gotta be such a pain, huh? Come on, in the house. Anyway, alright guys, so I just thought I'd put a little video up. See how's it going. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. Got one more day of no Andrea, and then she'll be back tomorrow because it's the school week, you know. So that's what we're doing. A little house cleaning. Come on, let's go, terrorist. Come on, Missy! Anywho, getting cleaned up for the YouTube thing. Got 2 weeks to get the house clean. This is the living room, one of them. And we got the back room that Hans did back here. The fireplace room. Put the floor in and stuff. So we gotta do a little touch up in here and try to get the mantle put up and stuff. So, all right, we'll talk to you guys in a little while. Go back out here and get going on this camera thing. So ready to spend 90% of his time. Now I gotta add this to the video. I'll have to get Hans to edit this up. But here you go. This is from my Uncle Jerry in Canada. My Uncle Jerry sheets. I gotta send this stuff out to him. I got a sharp air filter for him. And I got a toilet paper filter. And we got a finish line gun. And then we got a starting line kit. So there you go, Uncle Jerry. I'll get this in the mail to you. And get it coming your way. And you can do some work on your Firebird. So I just thought I'd give you a little shot of that, and I'll get that all gift wrapped and get it on the Pony Express.